Hey everybody, Asher here, back with more Starsector, and slightly to the right of where we last left off. There's a whole Legio trade convoy that was here. I was able to loot it, but unfortunately I had to cut the video early before I could finish the fight, instead of things that I've done in the past, like actually letting it sit and then finishing the recording later. So it goes. But the reason we're slightly to the right, though, is just because I wanted to do a aggregated, this is what combat has looked like over the past few times here, and you can see that Project Kashmir's doing a lot of work. Chapelman, however, also getting a lot of crap done. Once again, this is over the last 5 fights. I love this whole aggregation thing, and I wish I could do it more. Du jour, not embarrassing themselves from the back door, I guess. 98 degrees snapping their way. And Star Skipper doing a thing, which is all right. I guess technically if you put a Graviton beam on a Glimmer, good things can happen. This Glimmer as well, that suspiciously does not have a special name to it. We'll have to figure that out. But yeah, so far, I'm a little surprised at how this shakeout is going. I know not all the fights have been created equal. But today we're going east, and there's a few things that I've promised people in the comments section we're going to be doing. So time to disappoint yourselves now within the first few minutes of the video so I can break some promises. We want to get back to green because, as you can see... Well, first off, as you can see, we're below the administrative cap for like the 5th episode in a row. So probably should fix that. And our custom production queue is done, which means I could be trying to produce more things. But really, we need to let our economy recover because we have negative income and we're going to probably still have negative income. I guess we'll see next month. Yeah, it's okay. We're just going to keep pounding the pavement and seeing what we can do. That pavement will eventually fix itself. For now, we're going to Delta Muscovy, I guess. There's a few quests out here that are pretty similar to each other. Gamma Visaggio star system, but we don't know where. We do want to do that one. The Domainera probe is in a cryovolcanic world. We were able to pinpoint that last time. So I think that's where we start. In the cryovolcanic world, there is another way to do this than me mousing over everywhere and going. But, oh, that's going to hurt a little bit if this is one of those big yellow star systems. And the cryovolcanic world is on the other side of the jump point. Although there is another one over here. So, let's see. If we hit the Starscape button, we can see that we will probably have to pass through a giant-ass nebula anyway. Unless we get a lucky space tube. It's oh wow, this privateer is suddenly like, yeah, we're gonna take you on. So this privateer is like, you know what, you can't loot all that shit. I sure can. I probably could have. Oh, and it won. Yes, as to be expected. So everyone else is getting repairs here. The independents like us a little bit less due to black market trade. And sure enough, here's our slipstream. Let's call it what it's supposed to be called. We're just gonna ride me to the moon. That's phrasing, I guess. We do have Unknown returning to Mikhail's world. Well, that's interesting. Where's Mikhail's world? I guess if we get a little bit closer, we'll find out. Are you friend or are you food? Your friend, I guess. This is one of those... I've done a save already where I've pissed off and made the independents very angry at us. The independents are not really the concerning group right now. It's these things like Mikoyan and Diable fighting each other. And look, we lost 27,000, which compared to months past, that's pretty damn good. Now, we do know there's some Ordos around here, like right here. We just don't want their tie-down fleet to fully tie us down. I can't take that fleet right now, which is unfortunate. And we actually exited the slipstream a little early, so let's see how many days we have. 43... Do we just kind of want to make a big awkward circle? We're E-burning right now. We could try to dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge. Cyan, I think, is a little bit more of a problem. Where is our damn... where's our warning beacons? I guess that's one thing here. And I feel dumb. Y'all can't see me because I don't have a camera on right now. But I was having to look over my water bottle to see where stuff is. So, did I just accidentally dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge in the wrong direction? I think I did. So, let's... Thwip it one more time. Thwip it good in shape. And the AI can't catch us, right? That was an interesting adventure. And now we have another slipstream that will take us mostly home if we can navigate it. Of course, the downer is that we have to go against the tide to get up here, which means hopefully dodging some hyperspace storms. Ugh, it's okay. No make cry. So how this usually goes for me is something my college roommate used to say. I don't know why I just brought it up now. Anyway, what's probably going to happen is that we're going to hit the 6-month window where this suddenly disappears. But we did get some good use here. It made like a nice little space snake. Look, it went all the way from the core worlds into where we want to be. So how cool is that? Pretty cool. Cooler than being cool. Ice cold, you might say. All right. All right. I can't call this domain probe and say, hey, ladies, it's a probe. So let's just check the probe, run the sensor package, get the money, get ultra-rich ore location. Very exciting if you love that kind of thing. All right. So we're here. I don't think there's too much. I should be using the screen more. I don't think there's too much in the way of planets I really want to explore here, especially when we have 38 days to do a bounty at an unknown area in a supergiant that I'm not sure. We have been there. In the Gamma Vasigo star system, we just don't know where. It's not the most expensive bounty in the world, so if we, like, don't get it, I guess it's not the end of the world, but considering we are literally trying to build our reputation up with the Kingdom of Terra for blueprints that I don't even know if we can locate. Be a little silly to not do this. So let's ping. Oh, there is a little something over here in the asteroid belt. There's always money in the banana stand, or maybe not. Okay, it's just there's just an actual, like, ship fleet running away. All right, cool. So we missed the sad invasion noises. That's exciting. And Brighton, who's not our enemy right now, we'll have to fix that later. The Kingdom of Terra is trying to make peace with everybody. They're the friendliest of dinosaurs. And the Reparation Society is apparently... Oh, invasion of Han. Supposedly, we want to probably keep the Persian League from taking Han. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we're over here for now. I had not really an alliance, but I took the commission with Kingdom of Terra because I was hoping to get some of those sweet, sweet drill ships. I think we take this fight. We probably take this fight. I mean, we don't really have a choice at this point. So let's just move in to engage. Here's our fleet. Here's their fleet. Here's all the D-mods. We just got to hope that... we don't get hurt too badly, because this is going to be a tough fight. I mean, I could tell you that right now. Let's go ahead and just drag everybody else over here. And we're not gonna rely on holding that little beacon there. Maybe I even put you up here just to see how that goes. Like I said, we have some good ships, but the whole remnant thing is always going to be overtuned. That's just by their design. Also, people keep telling me that I have a spatial skimmer that I never use. That is factually correct. I think if we look at our flagship, we can even see what it does here. An enhanced phase skimmer, variant boosting, improving range. That description ooh, okay, let's not accidentally fire our weapons on things. Okay, how do I play this game? You don't go forward by shooting. At least not with this ship. Oh my god, if I can't even control my boat right now, and we're about to take on a Remnant Ordo that snuck out of the woodwork to give us space hugs. Which, by the way, for people who are wondering why I went so long kind of pursuing the last episode here, one of the things is just that it, well, how do I put it? Let's go ahead and set this to be a defend point. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. And we can't get rid of that point yet either, so we'll just move everybody up here and call it a day. Yeah, last episode we had a lot of unexpected fighting. And that's totally fine. Like, we don't mind. Oh, we actually have all of our tiny ships over here now. So 6 command points. Let's just set our command points on fire. Technically, you can't take them with you, but when you suddenly have fights go south and suddenly you have no command points because you wasted them with shit like this at the beginning of the engagement, you feel that really hard. Okay, so there's some lumens. So these ships, they look a lot bigger on the screen than they do here, but they do hurt. All right, so we're going to go up to the defend point here. We're going to try to work our way from the Fulgent down into the Ecstasy. Guys, is that really what you named your ship? Who let the robots pick their names? So that's not great. So what we don't want to do is main tank a bunch of remnants with 20% shields. So let's send Joe Steel and Co. down here. See, the problem is that they are a little clumped too. So if we move you right there, that should get this started. So let's the Fulgent's kind of fast, so this is going to be a little tricky. But if we engage it, hopefully that's okay. So we drew first blood. And hey, if all this goes to hell, we have a lot more ships waiting for us later. Hey, what did I say about not wanting to engage main tank with 20-degree shields? Yeah, let's fire on our buddy here. That's not great. Okay, so we have gone off the plan. Let's stop defending you here. Let's stop defending you here. Let's reassess what's going on. So we are not focusing on defending this anymore. Apparently the Brilliants decided to engage over here. We're just going to go as hard as possible to eliminate it. But I kind of need to see what the crab situation is here. So we're paused. And right now, I keep wanting to say you're the pilot of the Vleerjamoose, but that's not who you are. Jesus. Okay, anyway. So many pilots, and I just have the spreadsheet listed as the wrong thing here. I'm terrible with names. I've actually been struggling with names really hard at work, which is terrible because my work involves a lot of names. I hope that isn't arcing onto my friend too bad. It looks like it kind of is. Whoops. Anyway, we have this and this. So this is actually kind of the engagement that we want. So let's put you onto this. And we'll put you onto this. And we'll see if we can push these guys down. I think we're going to successfully wolfpack them, especially if Hansen will get over here. I can't believe I'm still doing this fight. Are we going to fire at any time? There we go. It's like, I can't really vent. I'm going to do it like this. But yeah, apparently Project Kashmir is really good versus a Brilliant. Like, that's just the way it is. Okay, so one Glimmer's having a little bit of a bad day. And then we have everybody kind of chasing everything down here. So let's send y'all on the same person. And if we look at the video feed from over here, how are you doing? Like, this is fine. You're main tanking like you're supposed to. So Darrow of Lycos, kind of in familiar territory here. Okay, so I think we're kind of by the numbers at this point. Especially if we cook some, do some home cooking here. Don't want to miss with Kashmir like that. But the remnant beams are, okay, I should probably aim at you. Yeah, you're not getting out of this alive. Especially like that. Okay. So we can just get back here, and everyone else is fighting, and it's all okay. Nobody's in, like, too much danger. So I can take this beacon and just wait till the whole thing blows over. Like, these Glimmers are just really good ships anyway. So to have the Brighton version is even more better. Look at that! We have Claw, Glimmer, mass attacks here. Everyone's just trying to do their thing. I think we don't win until the game's over, but man, the game's pretty much over here. Wow. What a shot. Alright. So who did we lose? We lost BDF Chamarith again. Ship recovery? Do I want to Ecstasy? I feel like I should take one just as a trophy. Obviously we want to get you back. We'll get you back. We don't need the brilliant at this point. So if we recover, I guess one of the questions is keeping this mothballed. Is that going to screw up our deployment stuff? It might, but mothball. Anyway, what's your loadout profile? Ooh, lots of mediums. Pretty three nice wow, 5 medium slots. I can make some pretty good work with that. Yeah, cool. Lots of deployment points as well. I was looking back through some of the other ship hull types just as I was like trying to figure out what do I want to put on the... Oh, look, what is this? Kingdom of Terror making peace with somebody else. Ceasefire with Legio. So once again, the diplomacy continues. Dinosaurs are turning to the Middle Ages in a hurry here if you like to make a trade agreement with somebody. All right, so we are here. There's a something floating around here, and it's a Bronco-class destroyer. And inside that Bronco, which we are going to salvage, is some liquefied human remains. All right, let's find out where a bounty is. Maybe it's over here. There's probably... Now, here's the fun part, is that I was told before... If we like go to the important thing, but look at all the stuff that's important. It'll tell us here, partial information located in the star system, so we're in the correct place. But we really don't know anything else. So I guess we swoop down here and then go up here. Game originally wanted me to hit in the outer system jump point, so we have a ping to the left. That'd be hilarious if that was it. We have 54 days to do this. We actually have quite a few supplies. And it doesn't look like we're losing combat readiness on this, so that's a plus. So you're not over here. Alright, so let's move up here. And we have something floating in space. It's a probe. Ow. Look, more rich ore deposits. Don't get me wrong, that's fine. And we still are doing the 50-50 on whether or not the cores work or anything. We just haven't been back to home to actually check on these things in a while, so I don't know. 16 days. I'm suddenly starting to sweat quite a bit. Maybe we go up to Gamma Vassaro and then we move down here, because this would kind of suck. To go all the way out here just to find nothing. Okay, if there's no ping here, it may be over here. Once again, one of the really interesting things here is located in the star system. I don't think they're going to have a base in the rings, but we really don't know. They may be near the star, but we might be failing this bounty. Did we explore this planet already? It's unsurveyed. Let's perform a survey. Survey says we probably need more crew. Widespread ruins. Okay. And we're going to explore those ruins. Find some databanks containing survey data. Look at all that survey data. What fun. And we get a weather manipulation core on top of that. Fun times. Would hope for maybe a little bit more from that kind of planet. And then this is definitely not a coronal hypershunt. I think we're going to fail this bounty. It could be over here. It could be over here. We're going to slide to the right. This may be the Pathers win. They just... Maybe I should just stop taking these bounties in a blue Supergiant system, but to be honest, man, I had... Okay, yeah, we've gone bust. But there is yet even more ruins here, so let's perform yet another survey. Scattered ruins. So it looks like they scattered most of them into... Tap the tanks. Okay, so Spirit of Devotion, whatever that is. Took some damage. Oh, a stellar reactor core. A powerful and specialized terraforming package containing a nanoforge loaded with firmware designed to produce vast sheets of reflective material provided with necessary raw materials and human assistance. It is capable of drastically altering the amount of light that reaches a planet's surface. These enormous orbital mirrors can be just as easily used to shade a planet as to increase its illumination. Allows permanent manipulation of a planet's light levels. Now that's fascinating. Especially because we definitely have some questions about some of our colony stuff here. So even if we fail, and we're about to fail, we're not leaving an empty hand. We're getting some nice consolation prizes. So any more ruins? You know what's great is that I'm gonna run into them like on the way out over here. We're just gonna leave. Like that's the weird part about this kind of stuff. And I've had this before with other kinds of bounties as the okay, Kingdom of Terra, I tried, by the way, if you're gonna get mad at me. I really did try. Like if I ping over here, we just those pathers, you know, they just sometimes like to move around. So unreliable systems. The bet I got from the comments section is that all these things are fine. These will get repaired last. Might be right. So are we over here? Did the Pathers truly win the game of hide and seek? Oh my lord. Okay, it's just another probe. I was like, if that's them right here with 1 day left. We got another flash over here. Okay, that's a Domain Era Mothership. Well, we're going to take that on for sure. You know what? I feel like I knew this was here. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff we have on our to-do list. Like, we know this area has some of the Rostrum Veer, however it's pronounced, stuff. We got that from the Halbmond. And if we look at our exploration data, if I could do the alphabet, I could tell you what. Derelict Mothership location, I have like 4 pointers to... By the way, y'all, it's here. So, here we are. Once again, not empty-handed. Cool. So I wonder, in this mod pack, is this mothership going to be tougher, or is it just going to be the standard mothership fight? Because if it's the standard mothership fight, we're fine. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a little scary. I think we can take this, but since we know it's here, and we have some ships to pick up, why don't we just pick up our ships and come back? Like, no one else is going to take this. See? Playing smart. Play to win. Not to mention, we need to take that new fleet. Oh my, you guys. Y'all should, like, get a penalty for giving me bad data here. Anyway, we do have, Tabitha up here, which has some more crazy shit that we're going to need to deal with. But for now, let's go back to Greem. I don't think we have any other planets that are actually occupied that we can go to. I kind of want to just slide to the left and take that slipstream down. We do have somebody that's coming after us. I think it's just Space Ghost. So let's see, if we slide down here, will we hit the slipstream or will we just hit an ordo? It's usually an ordo, and now my dog is like, are you, Travi, are you just chewing stuff and making weird sounds? Wow, monthly expenses, 252. Who balanced the budget? Apparently somebody did. Probably from making peace, to be honest. It ends up that being entangled in a bunch of wars like Diable Avionics and stuff gets your accessibility down and makes it harder for you to make a profit. So our planetary economy is going to suffer as a result. Cool. So Kingdom of Terra now continuing to try to go on a diplomacy speed run. Like I said, I know we've had Ordos hanging out just north of our home system in the past, so this is not the way we should be going home. And yet, I did just propose that we enter and leave this way. And by the way, where is... I thought we had a neighbor. Is it here? Huh. No, not what we want to do. I really... Okay, it's Yig. I thought Yig was closer. Huh. Anyway, the whole... We get to have a bunch of supplies back is certainly very nice now. Do we have any other accepted missions? We had an irradiated world that I just passed. Whoops! Okay, well, it's fine. We don't really care about the hegemony anyway. Oh, that one already got withdrawn. I guess Brighton was like, and who's listening? That's a bad idea. Some good bounties up here that I can't necessarily take yet. All right, so let's go home because we got some chatting to do. Near the intersystem jump points, so we're down here. Cool. So what I want to talk about here is the fleet composition going forward. There's going to be a little bit of that. There's going to be a little bit more ship christening, some that have been claimed now, some that are going to be a little bit later. We currently are not being attacked by anyone for whatever reason, so good for them. Comm directory. We don't have an administrator to hire. We're going to check all of our colonies for that. Unsanctioned bounty board. Danielle, who's also hanging out up here. Now we know to check for the pay every time. And the good ship Gentle, we saw how good some of this other shit was. So Caballero. Oh, you want me to like bet and stuff. We have no drugs in the page or here, so let's bet 500 and we lose. But we get reputation. So that's where you want to gamble with them every time, and then eventually you'll build your reputation there. So let's look at our ships first, and then we're going to take a little bit of time to survey the colony and talk about what we're doing with the colony, why we're doing with the colony. What the hell did you all strap on that apogee? I swear. You're making me drop into my southern accent. I swear, y'all. What are we even doing today? Okay, so here's our ships. As exciting as they are. Not you, not you. Yes, you. Not you. Did I really build one of these? I feel like that's something I would do. And then we have 2 of these frigates. Does this have... Is this the one with the phase coil? Yes. All right, so take. And then we have another Glimmer. We're going to let that sit. Prize of high orbit. Take it. Take all these because they're expensive as hell. I really like the Lampreys as long as I'm not flying them. So we're going to take that. We actually have some Norlashers that are not terrible as well, but I'm not sure if these are the ones that I built or not. So let's look at our fleet here. We are under crew strength by a lot. So before everyone's OCD kicks in, let's fix that. And all right. We kept crew in storage today. Wow. How do y'all feel sitting in shipping crates? That's Colony Ship is a game that's still in early access. You have a nice apartment in the stacks. Okay, so there's you. There's this stuff. We don't have any Marines in here. Let's go ahead and drop all you goodies off. Whoop, boop, boop. Can even drop off the metal. Okay, we're going to drop off the Stellar Core and the Weather Manipulation Core. Can't remember if that's the one that allows us to build a star. I don't think it is, but it might be. We can sell all these. If I had a coin at the desk, I'd just flip it now and y'all would have to trust me. But nobody trusts me, so, and you shouldn't. Okay, so I do want to talk about the colony. I promised that I would, especially since we are inching very close to getting our 4th industry. But we're going to look at ships first. So here's the fleet that we had. And now we have a bigger fleet. Not the biggest fleet I've ever had. In fact, the total combat deployment of 291 is not super insane. Now, if we unmothball all of these, that's going to go up quite a bit. And I do wonder a little bit if it would be a good idea for me to try to build out, like maybe a cassowary. Pretty sure this ship is good enough that I absolutely should build it out, especially with armored weapon mounts and expanded missile racks. So we might do that live. Not gonna do this one. I did get a name request for this one. I really hope I wrote it down. If not, we'll just fix that in just a minute, because this has a lot of little guns on it, and you love to see it. So yeah, lots of business to do. So what the fuck did we put on the apogee? A twin blaster. Huh. I was kind of expecting a different weapon. Still pretty hardcore. This is a bruiser-ish with a bunch of missiles on it. Somebody took like what I like to do with apogees and then said, let's do the complete opposite. But it's okay. We have a support beam, a support beam, a support beam, a support beam, and a fissure launcher. Curious to see how that works out. Remember, this is part of where my economy went. My AI crew decided they were going to put all these things on here. Now, this is good. These are the kind of weapons we want to have on here, like these ballistic. I can't even talk. Medium shield here, and then armature battery. I don't know about this build, but we are going to go ahead. Let me just go ahead. I'm sorry for the alt tab here. That's my fault. All right, we did have a name for the Elysium that was claimed here, and that is going to be the Fimbul Winter. Thank you, Aquatroper. I don't know for sure if I want to actually have this build look like this. Like, it's not terrible. I don't know if this is like the anchor weapon that I want over here. Especially when it's just unstable injectors and blast doors. Blast doors makes it a little beefier, but I'm not sure that's what we want. So I may strip this one down. We do have a second ads, which is very exciting. We have the sidecar here with it's a sidecar with a gun. Oh, wow, you gotta click these on and separately equip them. This looks hilariously, like, dangerous. So that's great. Makeshift shield generator. Adds a shield. Love it. Okay, so no idea what that's gonna do. The Johann Siege Laser. I love that weapon. I don't think it's a good weapon for a phase ship. It's a great weapon, though. And it has Fervor Protocol. Oh, man. The AI is just, like, going over the top with this shit. We'll let it have a try. Oh, my God. Twin plasmas? I don't know. I don't know. And we have these over here, so not too much to say that we haven't already been said. These ships overperform. The lampreys overperform. These look old. These look like they're from the beginning of the game. So we're just gonna ditch them. Cool. Okay. So what do we want to do with our fleet here? First off, let's go ahead and put you all back in parking. So store it, store it. We're still under crew strength for some reason. I think for all the ships that I want to keep, I want to keep this one and this one out. Technically, it kind of, I don't exactly remember our cruiser cap. It seems like this probably puts us over the cruiser cap a little bit for ships here, because these are destroyers. So that's a destroyer, that's a destroyer, that's a destroyer, that's a destroyer. This is a destroyer, right? This is definitely a cruiser. This is definitely a battleship, of which we can only have one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll let it slide, because we want everybody to feel included here. So store you. We definitely can't take the other battleships right now, even though they have discounted deployment points. Those are still definitely battleships. I just stored the wrong thing. That's fine. Add sidecar, all this little shit. There we go. Okay. Oh, where'd you go? Okay, back here. So we're going to be playing a game called Fix the Fleet just a little bit. So we're going to need 2,000 crew, which means, remember when I had balanced the budget and our income was a lot better? Yeah, those days are done. Here we go again. Hello, debt, my old friend. Anyway, let's talk about the colony for a second. So we have an academy. I'm not using this academy as much, although I definitely need to go ahead and retrieve some officers. Like Carol Lunark, Captain Martin, and the other one that I just clicked that I didn't mean to click because I meant to read the name. Okay, so repair ships in the dockyard. We have a lot of stuff there, but the colony here. So, if you're playing the vanilla game of Starsector, your goal is to try to get your income from your colonies to be as much as possible. You may be a little surprised to see that my number one export is food. But really what it's going to come down here, and maybe this is a little bit tougher to show, because a lot of what I have here is things like the Reuter dives that supply a variety of different stuff. The Void extractor, which provides a variety of different stuff. But what you can do here when you're building things, let's say we're on a blank slate here, is that you want to try to do kind of some synergy here. You want to find a colony and see what you can build on it. Maybe there's farming first. Maybe you do light industry, because light industry is not going to put pollution on it even if you find the item. Maybe you do mining. But unlike prior editions of Starsector, you want to have some planets that are not habitable in your system, and you want to have some planets that you want to have more than one planet in your system, because some of the key concepts for building your colonies is that you want your industries to actually work with each other. So let's take a look at that for a second. We have industries that have gone from one planet to the next, and obviously I've messed up my whole PowerPoint presentation now, because we need to get back to page 1. Variable assembler, still assembling things is fine. I have a lot of updating I need to do too. Like, I could totally upgrade my spaceport to a megaport, and that would help a lot with my income. We're almost at the money point for it too. But yeah, you need to pick something first. I picked mining because we could do it. I then picked farming and then switched that with void extraction. But if you're looking at your industry, you want to split it up into your different colonies here. Like Karkaraka. Notice that I don't have mining on here, despite the fact that there's minerals here. That's because my mining is already being supplied by another colony. So if we look over here, this is our exports of everything here. Like, we're refining metals, but we're actually getting metals traded in from our inter-system trade. That's where you have all their ships floating around. So you don't have to mine on your stuff. You can throw your refining on different stuff. You can throw heavy industry on a different planet, which is actually very important to do, because heavy industry, if you put an item in it, creates pollution. And pollution decreases your habitability by 150. So that's fine. What was my plan here for a third industry? I'm actually not sure. What I would love to do, if I could, is put a not a patrol HQ. Oh, there's so many things here, and I'm just losing it all now. Oh man. Okay, this is why I should plan for this here, but a privateer base. But if you are playing with some of the modded industries that I have, like for instance salvage yards, one thing I'd still need to put on one of my bases here is salvage yards, because you can see it produces metals and it produces ship parts. And if we look over here at heavy industries, it demands ship parts, it demands plates, and it demands transplutonics. If we look over here, ship components, we're producing a few. And I think we're producing a few just because of the nature of heavy industry, but it takes those to produce those. So we actually have a little bit of a shortfall here. So what I can do is eventually, once this place in some godforsaken future, maybe I could even swap it out with the mining right now. This would be a prime place to try to put something like salvage yards. And salvage yards is not in the base game. This is part of the industrial evolution mod. But this is the same kind of stuff you want to chase. If some of your industries have demands, you can use other colonies to fill those demands. For instance, light industry has a huge demand for organics. And what you can do to get organics is mining, if I can find that. Let's just do this alphabetically. But that's kind of the idea, is that you want to try, you can make even like a little sheet to spread out your colonies and say, what do I want to build on what? Because as long as they are in the same system, they support each other. Like for instance, the refining that comes from over here, this mining and stuff does supply other places. This makes almost no money because it's not being exported out, it's being used by other places. And there's better ways to look at the economy than that. I did not actually mean to leave the system here, but we're close to here. When I said before, I do want to build commerce here. That's because commerce has a huge net effect on everything else. But other things that are going to have a huge effect on stuff. Travi, you're being so weird right now. I don't understand. There's a lot of things we can do for commerce. Oh crap! I'm supposed to put something in that other variable assembler, and I think I already parked it over there. We could try to improve the production for any of these. Did we already improve the void extractor? I think we did. We improved the spaceport. Can we improve this? Improve stability by 1. Stability of 8's not bad. Oh, here's another thing about colonies. If you look at old guides, they make a really big deal about pather interest and stuff like that. In the current state of the game, even in the based game, you can't escape pather interest, because unlike before, now things that you have to build, like a spaceport, automatically add pather interest. So pretty much the pathers are looking everywhere, and before you could maybe build your colonies to where they wouldn't go into that. Not anymore. Like the pathers are even interested in this hellhole. Now they would be because of heavy industry, and that's fine. But like refining, variable assembler, oh y'all. Okay. Oh, it's all right. Anyway, that's that little aside. Let's look at the fleet here real quick. And I actually did not write down the name for this, so I'll do that off camera. I apologize. I don't want to keep alt-tabbing too much, but we're going to move this up here. Pretty sure this is a cruiser. Yeah. This is definitely a cruiser. Right? Okay, so cruiser. This apogee is really nice because it still has surveying equipment, even if it has one of the weirdest weapon loadouts I've ever seen. This place also has survey equipment. I am a big fan of the Stalker, though. It's one of my favorite modded ships. And then we have the Thimblewinter, the Elysium, that has a lot of stuff going for it. So yeah, we're a little overcapped on cruisers, but we're just gonna nudge, wink, wink, and say that restrictions are restrictions. We're almost flying through the levels we need to fly through. There's another ads. I may have to actually bench the ads here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then these are not destroyers. These are frigates, despite the fact that they cost 10 deployment points. So we're going to just organize all y'all. I will bench that ads for now. 2 ads are fun, but we'll stick with 1. All right, so we really don't know how some of this is going to work. And there is some value in not knowing and just saying, what do I do now? I remember that was weird. That ship looked a lot bigger just a second ago. Huh. Okay, so we have all mobile suits, take off every zig for great justice. And we have these frigates. Now, once again, I do have some ship skills available that will really help me out if we look at the character page here. Specifically, support doctrine. All ships without officers get helmsmanship, damage control, and combat endurance. So that's really good. And I still do think that getting best of the best is going to be one of the best things I can do for my fleet. There are some other skills that I don't get. It looks like we're halfway through level 17. So by the time we get to level 20, we'll be able to do a little bit more of this. So for now, I'm going to fly with this amount of cruisers. If I have to cut one later, it'll probably be the Red Dwarf for the time being. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seems like we may be on 5. We may be on 4. I don't know. I don't know. If we're going to be going after a... oh my god, what's the word I'm looking for? A derelict mothership, then we're just going to make it work. So here we go. First off, I'm not going to go too hard on this, but we are going to strip you. Erratic fuel injector, probably a problem. Let's see here. Who's going to fly this gunship? I mean, technically, Bobby B does have really good ballistic mastery, systems expertise, and everything else. Seems fine. So we have 100 deployment points. We don't want to go too crazy, but we definitely want to add a few things here, like 800 armor, 400 hull. And it's all ballistics. There's a few composite turrets, but we're gonna go full guns here. So we could possibly do expanded magazines depending on what kind of weapons we do. We're definitely going to get integrated targeting unit. I really like the point defense arc emitter. The loader overdrive might be good. Let's see if we can squeeze that in. We need a big gun that's like really going to help us here. We could put the Remnant Gauss Cannon in here or Project Silk in here. Now, before, there's a lot of things we've had. I actually don't mind the Stellar Catapult. The Remnant Autocannon maybe not as great. The Hypervelocity Cannon, we're familiar with some of these. Breaker Rotary Cannon. You know, for a ship that looks this weird, I think we gotta like launch some suns out of it. So it's anti-armor, which is a little weird. But yeah, you just slap a big gun on it and call it a day. And this is one that has a 4-second firing delay. So we need to support this with some other faster weapons. Like we have medium ballistic. You know what? I actually don't want to do anything that like breaks their turn rate. So we'll see how this works. But small ballistic. Pretty much what we want to do is over here. Composite turret is just going to be fast guns at this point. So, like, railguns are not terrible. They're not my favorite. Laidlaw, mass driver, small ballistic. I just don't think you can go wrong with these. Like, really. Okay, you can go wrong because the flux is going to go out of control. But let's see here. And also our point total is going to go out of control. So we have 77. Let's go ahead and get rid of this because we are going to need some flux in here. Then we have a medium ballistic turret that we can try to put some stuff in here. We want something that maybe is going to go anti-shield. I don't mind the grave. You know, now that I mention it, there's some pretty good dyeable stuff that I thought we had. But maybe it doesn't fit in this turret. Or maybe we actually don't have it. Project Silk, though, we're not going to mess with that on here. Grave HMC, refired, kinetic for shields. All right, this seems okay. And then we have the point defense arc emitter, which is 15. I think this is okay. We got some big guns. That may not be the best, but we'll give it a start. I mean, I know the alternative here, and we can try it another way in a little bit, was that this has a bunch of little guns on it, so we put a bunch of little guns on it to see if we can make it work, make it like a new sandstorm. I kind of want to see what it looks like if it's shooting stars first. So I'm not going to mess with this one. I'm very curious to see how terrible that one is. What else did we need to build out? It's you and you. All right, so refit. Right now you have integrated targeting unit. Let's auto-fit. Combat racing. What does that mean? Guess that means let's go for fast. The elite build, I don't know what that does. That's a lot of tactical lasers. I'm not really excited about that. I kind of want to see what the combat racing build looks like. Light arc emitter. These are, ugh. No, this is not good. This is okay. The heavy needler's not bad. The harvester, no. Okay, point defense laser. That many point defense lasers is garbage. All right, same here. So heavy mauler. That's just very basic here. We'll do the standard. Okay, so let's see how this goes. This has two sides of a heavy autocannon. We definitely do not need that many of these. Can I get like some reinforced bulkheads or some shit on here? I think I can. I think 4-point defense lasers is probably too much too. But we'll make it work. All right. Cool. Which leads us to this one, which has a lot of damage here, but it does have built-in flex distributor, built-in expanded missile racks, armored weapon mounts. I'm very curious to see what the auto fit does here. So if we do standoff, that's going to mean that it does something kind of a little bit more rangy. Let's try here. So harpoon MRMs, harpoon MRMs. Harpoons are not bad. Molnir cannons are a little bad. Hypervelocity driver and heavy needler, that's not terrible. Game did okay with this build. Although the lack of capacitors is a little scary, but it's... okay, here's the thing. It has a cool name, but I'm not big on the Molnir cannon. Just never have been. I mean, we could put 2 silks on this, and that would, like, make me cry. Side on tick interference autocannon is just not too exciting. Devastators could be good. It's got enough range. Okay, Hellborn Remnant Cannon. Also 2 of those. It's pretty slow. All right. Wow. Okay. Wow. So this is the episode where my dog's just deciding to do weird stuff in the background the whole time. Not even like cool tricks. Just weird shit. Why you got to be so weird? And then he looks at me with like weird snaggle teeth. All right. So weapon groups. This is fine. Missile racks, armored weapon mounts. So we want somebody with a missile experience here. And ballistics. Joe Steele's doing really good on the ads. I think we probably want somebody who's aggressive instead of reckless anyway. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. We're kind of going to do a cascading thing of some of the stuff in just a minute here. So let's put a rock forehead on there. Still need to change your face. If I trust anyone to do something weird with a twin blaster, it's Tony. So we'll see how that goes. Because we do want a reckless officer on this. This is a get close in your face apogee. And then over here with the assault revolver cannons and the light mortars. What's the range? Ooh, what's the Rescon? Has pretty good range. This looks like a let's see, energy weapon mastery. Not a lot of missiles on this one, right? I don't know if it just extended shields is very good, but I want to see how Makoklo does here. Because once again, we have some room to be reckless, which means we are just missing 1 or 2 officers for our flying fleet here. Captain Martin has missiles. I think this is a Captain Martin ship. Like, just why have one ship when you can have multiple ships for multiple cats? Now, these I'm actually curious to see. I love having these kind of ships officered. But we got to get the correct officers here, because Laura Koenig is very much a ballistic. We want her in a ballistic ship. And this siege laser is a artillery weapon. Twins plasma here. So range of 1,000, range of 750. So this is an Inuyasha weapon if I've ever seen it. Let's get somebody else in here. I feel like we're missing some... Oh, there we go. Vlirjamoose. Oh, I did have it right. For some reason, I thought that was the name of the ship. I'm stupid. Okay, so Bionite's doing pretty good there. Let's put Vlirjamoose over here. Does that mean both of our crabs are unpiloted? No, we have Ugug on the other one. So Vlirjamoose, that's fine. And then maybe I would not be uncomfortable with so here, those are medium energy weapons. These are medium energy weapons. So we want to get somebody that's a little more ballistics oriented here. Ugh, just doing this all on camera, making me a little bit weird. You know what? We have some lampreys down here. These are definitely ballistics boats. Let's try. Let's try it. Laura Karnick with ballistics, with the gunnery implants, systems expertise. Almost feels like I should probably be putting you on one of these instead. Ugh. I think we do bring the other ads out and put Karnick in that. All right. So, like I said, we're just trying to make it work. If we have to finagle the numbers a little bit, that's the life of a pirate, I guess. Not that we're like full-fledged pirates. We're just unlicensed peacekeepers. All right. So there we go. Fleet assembled. So since I did cut off the episodes a little bit early a few times before, what we're going to do this time here is that I just want to go ahead and finish up some business here. You know what? First thing I want to do. I really thought in my storage I had some big-ass siege weapons from Diable. But it looks like maybe I don't. Anyway, some of these would probably be pretty good to build. Like, that would be really good. It's slow. Requires expanded magazines. That's nice. Yes, I have a cat that's very upset about having to look outside. That's a lot of money for 2 of those. That's fine. And then Diable. Don't we have some Diable weapons here? I was gonna say, this is it's the one I really like. And the twin scatter cannon. So yeah, everybody is just suddenly, all the animals are like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? How are we here? Anyway, we need to go to all the way over here, all the way across our system. It's fine. Because it's going to give us a chance to find an administrator if we visit all of our other colonies, right? Maybe. Possibly, perhaps. Do you have an administrator available? You don't. Hanturaya definitely doesn't. I'm just going to fly in this Corona real quick, because who cares, I guess? And then Conquest Mission, Yig. Kingdom of Terra. Huh. Result in the size-based reputation gain. Let's see if we can find out some information on Yig. I'm going to accept this because it's not the most amount of money, but if it can give us a friendlier neighbor, that's fine. I mean, this is going to piss off the Persian League like hell. We actually can't see this info, so I'm going to assume their colony is not too bad. All right. And if we pass it off to the Kingdom of Terra, then it is suddenly their problem. So storage. We have this VPC here, colony info. Install VPC, and finally we can start building Marines. Should have been doing that for a while, but now, I mean, can't change the past. We're here now. I should have picked up some more supplies, but because our fleet's going to be a lot hungrier. But you know what I want to do before we go is I want to go back here and let's pay a mothership a visit. Take the new fleets out to this. We could even autopilot, but we're not gonna. All right, so this is Asher with even more Starsector. We got some stuff going on at our makeshift Navabui, as I guess you can imagine. Would help if I could actually aim for the jump point. One question I have is how many Ordos am I going to have to dodge? Answer's probably a lot. So what's our new bounty? All the way on the wrong side of the world. It's cool. We're just going to fly. The Hyperspace Dreaming repairs its degraded shields. Once again, all of our repairs are going to happen before our other ship repairs. That is not a Pelican. I will think about that every time I see a ship that I let pass by, because I even moused over and was like, Pelican, I'm not familiar with that ship. How good of a ship can it be? Turns out, fairly good. Fits my fleet profile pretty well. Han Invasion. Oh, damn. Hey, remember when I wasn't paying attention to stuff? We're going to disengage by performing some super cool maneuvers. Ordos! We talk about them, and I'm still just sitting here going blah, 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 blah. We're going to try to end the episode, but we're going to bump into some remnants along the way. Eventually, we're going to be in a place where I can fight every single one of those. Like, we have a lot of shit to deploy now. I just have no idea if it's any good. I mean, it's okay, obviously. It's part of being the player character in this game, but we're going a little bit over the hour mark now because I didn't edit down any of the shipbuilding stuff. Y'all can let me know in the comments if you want me to, but kind of my ethos here is to, when I'm showing the process on camera, to show the process. Once Kerbal Space Program 2 comes out, you'll be able to see a bit more edited content with stuff like that, where we have post commentary. But let's bring our new kids out on the block, especially you guys. And I didn't move some of my officers over that maybe I could have. Yeah, you know what? I don't need to bring everything, but I'm going to bring everything anyway. We're having a party. And apparently it's just a mothership. So this may be a big waste. But look at all of our ships. Everybody's so happy. I still think I could do better with some of these builds. Like, I really don't know for sure about the Fimbulwinter. But it is such a fun gun. I've used it on other ships in the past. I just don't know if it's the right thing to do here. But it looks like this is the old style mothership with the, oh god, the new style support fleet. So let's move all you guys over here in support. And let's move all you guys over here in support. And then let's move you all up here. So we're not going to have everybody go directly to the mothership, except for you slowpokes in the back. Y'all are going to go up here. So everybody fly to your positions, except for the one frigate that I said go ahead and keep engaging the mothership. Rip, I'm sorry. That's Miss Kitty Fantastico making sounds again. Wow, not just... Is that just you, Miss K? What is going on outside? Oh my god, we're main tanking here. That's not what we want to do in this ship. Like, we can take some hits. I'm in front of another ship that can actually do a lot. Oh my god, I just missed. Alright. Okay, so things are getting exploded because these guys do actually have no shields. And I guess I'm going to have to do some simming because you're not firing your big gun right now. Alright, so you're here. This shouldn't take too long to, like, murder, death, kill. Of course, it would help if I actually had my shields up. You know, I could be just fading back. Look, there's our Starbeam. Like I said, I love that weapon. It just looks so cool. I cannot look at that. Oh, man. Bobby B saying, you know what, Jean-Pierre, you should really learn to aim. This is, I can literally fire a star at this from like uphill both ways, and you can't fire your little space blob. Have we lost anybody yet? I don't know. We don't need to reinforce. It's fine. Okay, now that I've remembered how to play this game, let's see what we can do. So we have automatic things firing. Okay, there's Star Shot again. It should actually explode. Yeah. Like, typically that's what these weapons do. And we have another adds and another glimmer. Some of our generic ships not having the best time here. It's okay. This is supposed to be a longer fight, so... And there's a lot of moving targets, too, so plenty of fun for the whole family. I guess when things get really bad, I can just press F like this to magically teleport out of the way. We call this plot armor. Would help if I didn't actually get auto-cannoned all to hell. Okay. Well, you know, I guess that's typical of me. I make a joke about how I'm not dying, and that is the #1 way for me to get killed. So I think you all Just need to sweep over here now. And we just engage the space station. And if I'm the only thing that died, then I can accept that. Let's speed this up though. And you know what? Let's watch the video feed over here and see what happens. Because this is the part of the fight that we really haven't been seeing very much of. We've been focused very much on everybody that's following me. And I did say we wanted that ship to be aggressive. That's a lot of guns. That is a dead mothership. Alright, so funny how that worked. We only lost 2 ships, and one of them was mine, so we're going to recover them, because obviously we want Project Kashmir. Cannot recover a mothership, apparently. I've been told some of these other things are good, but I'm happy with what I got. So, picking through the wreckage. Get a lot of stuff. Oh my god, we got a flip for an alpha core. We didn't do this one, so we'll just say 3 of these are dead. And, yeah. I think that's pretty much it for this one. Other than obviously going through here. We gained experience, but we did not get the whole thing. We got a small Kingdom of Terra bonus here. Salvage operations. Another cryorhythmic engine. Not nearly as exciting as I was hoping for. But on the double tap, sometimes you get more from the mothership. Not today. Now, I'll be honest with you, is that sometimes you get ship wreckage and then you get mothership double tap. So I've messed that up before. That looks more like mothership because of the 500 supplies. But unfortunately, all we're getting is metal. And I'm sorry, I'm past my death metal phase that I never really had. So for all the goodies that you can get out of a mothership, the only like big rare thing other than an alpha core that we might not even be able to keep and a beta core we might not be able to keep is something we already have. So a little disappointing, but it's all about the friends that we made along the way. And Star Skipper, unsurprisingly, did really good in that fight because that's a big standoff fight. Vlir Jamoose doing really good here. Makokolo, we saw how hard some of those guns on the side were doing. Tony doing some heavy lifting with the Red Dwarf. We're not going to talk about the captain here. But yeah, so we get some good work with the new stuff. Like I said, I'm not entirely sold on the gun there, so I know, Okra, you like to comment, so if you have any ideas for how you want that ship built, by all means, you'll have time between now and the next time I record. So that's it for now. This is Asher. Thanks for watching. As always, appreciate y'all's enjoyment and continued enthusiasm for Starsector. Got some other stuff on the way as well, but I want to make sure that A, I get the work done that I need to get done so that I can record without feeling the pressure of, oh crap, I'm just doing this to put off the other work I need to do. And then B, I just want to make sure that I'm not distracting myself from other stuff that I'm enjoying just so that I can keep this fresh. So once again, appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for watching. We'll do this again soon. You all take care.